and to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Out of the gun, Newton. Sanu with a grab over the middle.
Newton's pass.
It's a pickup of 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Newton. This is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Flush to his right. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So we reach halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Here's White. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
The New England ball carrier.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
15. And a Patriot first down.
On 1st down, Michelle. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Operating from the gun. Newton wide open. Julian Edelman. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The Patriots. They'll take over.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the best targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Goal from the 1.
They'll run. This is White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And you know it pains them to be this close, and you know they're going to want to go for it here, but they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
A 20-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser